Research and discovery. Futuris.
Francisco Munoz Tiano is 89 years old. A few months ago, he retired from his farm to live in the calm and quiet of a care home in Soraya, a Spanish provincial capital to the northeast of Madrid. It's there that he became one of the first test drivers of a futuristic personal vehicle, a wheelchair powered by a hydrogen fuel cell.
This wheelchair will be extremely useful for elderly and disabled people like me. It can travel a distance of many kilometers. That's quite impressive.
These ready-to-use prototypes are developed in the framework of a European project, Hychain-Minitrans, which aims to demonstrate the viability of pressurized hydrogen as an alternative fuel for city transportation. Currently tested in real-life situations, such innovative devices are largely based on electric vehicles that already exist.
It's a hydrogen energy system based on a fuel cell aboard the wheelchair and consisting of two energy sources, the fuel cell and the battery array, that provide power for the wheelchair's engine.
Estas dos fuentes de energía suministran movimiento al motor de la silla de ruedas.
It only takes a few minutes to replace an empty hydrogen canister with a full one to drive dozens of kilometers, whereas a full recharge of an electric vehicle takes several hours.
Los grandes beneficios de esta silla de ruedas
There are three major benefits: longer range, better than with conventional electric wheelchairs, shorter recharging time. Usually it takes up to 8 hours to recharge an electrical wheelchair and only 5 minutes for a hydrogen one. And lighter weight that simplifies transportation.
Soria, already investing in solar and wind energy infrastructures, is one of 4 European regions that develop hydrogen transportation networks within the Hychain project. Another one is Nordrhein-Westfalen in Germany. This former coal mine outside the town of Hötten is being converted into a hydrogen technology centre. Here, another example of a personal hydrogen-fueled vehicle is being developed. Cargo bikes, lightweight, cargo transporting bicycles. Like the wheelchair, the cargo bike gets its power from the fuel cell, a simple device that produces electric current when hydrogen reacts with oxygen in the air.
The most important component of our system is this fuel cell, the so-called stack made of graphite plates, where hydrogen is directly converted into electrical energy without any further conversion steps and without any other complicated technology. It's a very straightforward system.
A fleet of cargo bikes is going to be tested by a local telecommunications company. But as we're about to see, hydrogen power is not limited to small personal vehicles. In the nearby town of Bottrop, bus line number 266 is served by a vehicle that produces no greenhouse gas emissions whatsoever. Like electric cars, the hydrogen bus moves silently, making none of the exterior noise typical of combustion engines. But you can still hear strange mechanical rumblings once inside.
The movement is so far quite rough and sometimes jittery, and some passengers say it's quite noisy inside. But overall, it's very nice to drive.
So kann man also auch zufrieden sein. Die Fahrgäste sagen manchmal zwar, es ist ein bisschen laut in dem Bus hier, aber von außen ist dieser Bus an für sich leise.
As opposed to smaller vehicles, the bus doesn't use exchangeable bottles of hydrogen to feed its batteries. Instead, developers have installed a gas tank that can be refueled at special municipal filling stations. If hydrogen is to become a widely used alternative car fuel in the decade to come, service stations will have to be equipped with hydrogen pumps. It will require a whole distribution network, an aspect also studied within the project.
Todos los esfuerzos están dedicados a conseguir hidrógeno limpio.
We can obtain this energy using clean, renewable sources, but we need a complete infrastructure to make it accessible to the general public.
Infraestructura para que sea cómodo para el público en general.
But again, exactly how green will that be? Using hydrogen causes no pollution or greenhouse emissions, but industrial production of hydrogen has until now relied on exhaustible resources. However, there is hope that in the near future, an efficient production of clean hydrogen will become possible, based, for example, on electrolysis of water, powered by solar energy. That would allow a significant cut in CO2 emissions, since pure water is the only byproduct of the hydrogen reaction with air within the fuel cell. So far, such vehicles aren't fast enough to drive on highways, but for urban cars, top speed is not a priority anyway.
This vehicle has a range of about 100-120 kilometers, and its maximum speed is about 50 kilometers an hour. These sort of cars are used inside cities, not to travel between them. But what about the safety issue? Won't carrying on board bottles of pressurized hydrogen be too dangerous? In reality, hydrogen isn't any more dangerous than the gas we use every day domestically. The main issue is that it's new to the general public, so everyone is concerned about it. But it's just as safe as any other consumer gas.
Tan normal como cualquiera de los que usamos habitualmente en nuestras casas.
Advancing on hydrogen may help some of the emission-cutting obligations Europe has imposed on itself, but more efforts are needed to create a clean, safe and reliable transportation network on an international scale.
Yo estoy pues ahora un poco pues eso novato y yo 5 minutos.
This type of vehicle is very new for me. I have only spent a few minutes in it, so it's no surprise I'm not that confident so far and need to stay focused to handle it.
But, like in so many things, the hardest part is getting started.